Bellar joins us. Good evening, Doctor.
Hello, Greta. How are you?
Good. So I guess it's pretty safe for me to assume you don't like Obamacare, right?
I do not think it is a wise idea at all. It's a complete government takeover of our health care.
Besides the issue of the government healthcare takeover, which is for many people, is a political issue, I'm curious. The list of things that you've outlined, it doesn't even seem particularly wise. And what stands out most to me is where you say it covers 10 million more people without adding a single new doctor. That was probably one of the things you pointed out that I thought was the most devastating.
Correct.
So what are you going to do about it?
What am I going to do about it? Given the opportunity, I'm running for Illinois Senate in the 18th District. Given the opportunity, any chance I have, when it comes down to state level, it should be repealed and defunded and real reform instituted. I think I want to add that Governor Romney, one of his strongest statements in his campaign has been that he will do what the Supreme Court didn't do on the last day in session, he'll do on his first day in office, and that is to repeal it.
What's been the reaction? I know it's gone viral on the internet, and obviously we're interested in the tape. I mean, and people, I heard the audience, but I'm curious, what are people saying to you about your description of Obamacare? What do they say when they hear you?
Well, I'll tell you, Greta, I really meant it just as a light introduction to a very serious 11-minute manuscript, because Obamacare, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It represents the erosion of our civil and religious liberties for me. And I believe, I didn't even know at the time when I did the presentation that I was being recorded, and then it was put out there, and it's taken on a life of its own, because I think it resonates with people. Like, all of a sudden, my goodness, have we really been scammed here? What's coming forth, and what will we have to deal with, and why is such a thing mandated? It's like we're giving our moral compass over to 15 appointed members of the IPAB. So I think people are really identifying with it.
It's sort of interesting. You're running for the Illinois State Senate, where, of course, President Obama's political career began. I'm curious about your race. How are you doing in your race?
Well, we're picking up momentum. The support from voters is incredible, and volunteers, though we constantly need more funds because it's an expensive venture. And I'm dealing with the 19th Ward of Chicago, which I think is a political Chicago machine that we have to disassemble.
Well, you certainly you have quite a resume. I think if I hit all your careers, I think you look like sort of the index to a university courses. You've taken everything.
Well, I appreciate that. I do have a master's in bioethics and health policy, and I'm finishing a master's in public health. But I feel at this point in my life, with my background in law, medicine, and ethics, and having served in the military, that I'm able to represent the issues and concerns of the constituents extremely well. And I'm really ready to serve.
Well, I've watched that video a number of times. I've posted it on Greta Wire in case anybody else wants to see it again. Doctor, thank you very much for joining us.
Punch 22.